What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to LTH. My name is Abe, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a TeamSpeak 6 server so you and your friends can hang out, or you and your family members, or your community, as a lot of people are looking for alternatives to leave Discord. I'm going to show you a quick and fast way to do that, and again, this will be hosted locally, and if you'd like people from outside of your network to be able to connect, you will need to port forward your server address and use what they usually call port forwarding on your router or firewall. So let's get on with today's video. Okay guys, real quick, we do sell t-shirts now, so if you'd like to buy a t-shirt and support the channel, check down below in the description. One thing to keep in mind with TeamSpeak 6 is that you can only have 32 concurrent users connected at any one given time. Again, at most I've only ever had is like 10, so I think this will work for 99.99% of people. And that doesn't mean only 32 people can join your server. That just means you can only have 32 people actually connected in a call at any one given time. So I still think this is more than enough for probably 99% of us. Now I am going to host this in a virtual machine on Proxmox, and so you can pause the video right now and check out the Proxmox specs if you'd like to set something up similar, but it's 8 gigs of RAM, 4 cores. I'm running this on 50 gigs of storage, and I'm using Ubuntu 22. You should probably use Ubuntu 24 if you're now watching this video, but let's get in with installing this on your server so you can know how to do this yourself. So I just opened up a terminal on my computer, and I'm going to SSH into that Proxmox virtual machine right here. And now we're logged in. So you can click the link down below in the description, but it will be step-by-step instructions on our website of how to self-host and run your machine. But the first thing we need to do is again install Docker, because their server does run on a Docker image. So I'm going to do that right now with this Docker command, and then I'm going to paste the password to my user account to allow this to download. And then we're going to also download some of the extensions like Docker Compose plugin, and we'll actually get this Docker Compose file configured. So that just finished, and now we're going to add those plugins I just mentioned with this sudo command, and we can click enter for yes, because the letter Y is capital within those brackets, which means that is the default answer if you were to just click enter. If you wanted to do no on something when you see those similar prompts in the future, any program you're installing within Linux, you would have to type opposite of whatever the capital letter is. They might both be lowercase, so you might need to also just type in a yes or no, or a Y or an N that represents that yes or no. So the next thing we're going to do is just check to make sure our installation was, or it did work, and we can see hello from Docker, so we know it worked. You don't have to type that command. It's just a good FYI if you'd like to check. Now, when we're ever messing with Docker containers or creating a Docker image, it's best practice to create a directory to store all those Docker files, especially if you're running multiple Docker image on a single virtual machine. So I'm going to go ahead and make a TeamSpeak 6 directory, and then I'm going to change directory with that cd command into the TeamSpeak 6 server. And again, when you want to now start your server back up, if you ever like restart your VM or whatever, make sure you change directory into your TeamSpeak 6 directory and run your start command, or it will not work. We are going to go ahead and create a Docker Compose file with that nano docker-composed YML, and we're going to paste in the following information. So this is just the structure of our TeamSpeak 6 server. The image is going to grab the latest version of TeamSpeak 6, always restart the server essentially. Our voice port is going to be 9987, file transfer is going to be this 30,033, and web queries are going to happen over 10,080. And the rest of this is going to be left the same. So it's a very simple Docker Compose. So I'm going to do Control-C, the letter Y, and then enter to close that out. And now we need to start this server with our sudo docker compose up-d. -d is saying, hey, just run this in the background. And now we can see it's pulling the latest files and auto-downloading them. And they've been pulled, created, and the TeamSpeak 6 container has started. So it is really, really easy to set up a TeamSpeak 6 server. If you want to set this up for your friends, it's honestly the easiest options out of all the alternatives that I've tried. Again, you can go watch that video from last week down below on our channel. And so the next thing you need to do is just download the client. So that'll be linked on our website, but you would go again to their website, go to downloads, and then under here we see the TeamSpeak 6 client. There's the TeamSpeak server, but we're going to do the TeamSpeak 6 client and then find your operating system. This is on Linux, Mac, and Windows, so it's pretty much going to work for everyone, right? And then just go ahead and click download and open it up once yours has been downloaded. Okay, so once yours is downloaded, just go ahead and click continue, scroll to the bottom, accept their terms and conditions, and then you can create an account or log in. If you do not have an account yet, this is okay. When you create your account, we're still going to connect to a local machine. So go ahead and create an account if you don't have one yet. And so as you can see, you need to type in a legitimate email address because it will ask you to confirm your email. So going over to our application, we can see our account is now created. And so we're going to go ahead and click continue. And then this is an account recovery key. Your recovery key ensures you can recover all of your data if you forget your password. Nobody saves this anywhere. So make sure you go ahead and save your recovery key to somewhere safe, write it down in a note, put it in the safe with your social security card, your passports, your birth certificates, your marriage license, wherever. But make sure you keep account of this, because no one's going to be able to help you recover your account if you forget them. And then you're just going to click this check mark to saying that you have put it somewhere and click continue. I'm going to select the dark mode and then click to go through and finish setup. You can go ahead and go through this TeamSpeak tour. I'm going to skip it for now, but if we go up here, this is where we're going to type the IP address of our server. So just go ahead and paste in your IP address and click connect. And now you are on your TeamSpeak 6 server, just like that. And so you can create channels down here, name a channel, add a password to it if you would like to add a password, click create, and now you're a part of this channel, okay? And then you can also send messages in this channel, and you're connected to your TeamSpeak 6 server over here. Editing app here. I forgot to show one step, guys. If you create this server, you need to make yourself an admin for your server. So how do you do that? When you first log into your server, you will see up here, is this your TeamSpeak 6 server? And you need to add your privilege key. You can also do that by right-clicking on your TeamSpeak 6 server and adding a user privilege key. But where do you get this privilege key? So if we open up our server again and ensure we're in our TeamSpeak 6 server directory, we can type this command and pull our server key. Again, this is a one-time use key, so make sure that you grab your actual user the first time with this, and then as an admin, you can add more people as admin. And again, don't share this server name, admin, and password with anybody, because then they'll be able to log into your server as an admin. So long story short, we're going to grab our token key down here, go onto our server, paste that key, and apply. And now we are an admin, and now we have more permissions to ban users and whatever else. So that is how you're going to make yourself an admin within your TeamSpeak 6 server. And just like that, you have a server set up. You can go watch the previous video or go Google tutorials or tasks on all the permissions and the different things that you may want to set up within your TeamSpeak server. That's really extensive. There's not a ton of there's a million ways, I mean, that you could essentially do that, so I don't want to try to cover all of those in this video. That'd be super long, but you can Google them. And again, if you want your friends to be able to join the server, just Google how to port forward an IP address for TeamSpeak 6 on your router model. If that's within OpenSense, if that's an ASUS router, a TP-Link, whatever, there's a lot of information out there on how to port forward to allow your friends to connect to your server. But that is it for this video. Thank you for watching, and comment down below if there's any other videos or things you guys would like to see on this channel. My name is Abe, signing off with another video.